guys, good evening everyone. Today is July 15th, 2020, and today is another day where we talk about your favorite stocks. And thank you for those who have dropped their comments and the requests. I already have them outlined for you all. But before we start our discussion, I think, just a quick um highlights of some interesting news that I've read here in our Instagrams page. So this platform is really helpful. There are a lot of talks here from the different traders and investors. They share a lot of insights and their analysis. I enjoy reading that as well. But I think what's really great about this platform is the community itself, where people share what they know, not just the technical analysis part, but the news per se. So, very good portal for us to discover what's trending in the world of the stock market, at the same time current events. Okay, so I've spotted two interesting stories for today. I bet you all have read this if you've been browsing through Instagrams the whole day. But for those people who may have not read this yet, I just want to share two stories. One, this is about Clark Airport's new terminal to open by January 2021. So this is another great news for us, because number one, this will open more businesses, and this could mean uh, that area is going to open up for more opportunities in terms of employment, tourism, and a lot more, right? So this is a great news, and I would have to say, who will be the company that will benefit from this? I think this is going to be what, MWIDE, right? MWIDE, I got this from a post earlier, so he tagged MWIDE for, there you go. So MWIDE, there you have it. So we'll also take a look at that. So let me just add that. Okay. So let us see the impact of this news. Although this will happen in January of 2021, but I bet I have not opened MWide yet. But because of this news, I bet this will start to move the price of MWide. We'll see later on. Okay. Now, the next article that I was able to open earlier is this one. Russia military says virus vaccine is tested and safe. Okay, so maybe you can also read this, but the main gist here is that they've tested the vaccine to 18 people who participated in the research, and more, and they were discharged without serious adverse events, health complaints, and complications or side effects. So I think the people who participated in the research and the testings are still being observed. So far, no negative implications happened to them the after they administered the vaccine. Um, a defense ministry reported that for 28 days after vaccination, the vital signs of the volunteers remained within normal limits. So very, very promising news here. So we are all excited for this. In the event this becomes successful, then we're close to the previous normal, back to normal, not the new normal. We don't like the new normal with so many limitations, and many businesses have been badly hit. We don't like this new normal. We want to go back to the real normal, where everyone is safe to roam around, go places, And once we're once this becomes successful, I feel confident that those stocks that have declined big time will start to rise again. And for those people like us who never gave up despite all odds, I think we will reap the fruits of our patience right after this. So those people who did not take the courage to invest despite the difficult situation, they'll regret someday that they did not take that courageous move to invest, while the rest are fearful. So we are the ones who are brave enough to set aside an amount from our monthly salary for those who are part of the uh, workforce. We were courageous enough to set aside an amount every payday to invest, even though this is really very risky, whatever we're doing right now, because nothing is really that safe. But because of our thorough research and just being brave, we were able to take advantage of a low price in the market. So, looking forward for our stocks to have a bull run right after this vaccine gets gets a go signal, or this becomes official. Okay, there you have it, two interesting news that I have stumbled upon in my browsing moments here in Instagram. So let's now go to our main topic for today, which is which are, of course, we'll cover the stocks that you have requested. Let's take a look at our charts. Okay, so this is PSEI, and let's just set up our tools. Okay. Okay. PSEI as of today had a bearish sentiment, contrary to what I have just read. I'm thinking we are still going to have some dips right now in the coming days, and the nearest support that I see, if this area gets broken over here, we might drop up to the 5,689 level, okay, or 5,700 level. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Okay, right, so let's just plot it right over here, because you had your resistance in this level, and also this is your support area. So I think it will just go back to this price level over here. So at least you already have an idea. 5,801 would be the next possible support, because that was your resistance previously. And let's take a look at MWIDE. Going back to my story where we had a news about the terminal opening in Clark this January 2021. This could mean a possible uh, breakout in the coming days for this stock. Remember, we have been on a sideways movement for the past how many weeks, right? So I think wherever we are right now, with that news, I just have a feeling that this will look attractive tomorrow. People will be interested with that news, and I'm sure those people who had insider scoop may have already entered right here, especially during this period where you had that spike in the price, and we did sideways and no one was leaving anymore, right? They're holding on to their positions. The volume of all the clients, we were just doing flatlining every for the past how many weeks anyway, but so far people are just holding on to their positions. So just in any case, the market gives you a chance between 6.81 to 7.20. That should already be an okay price to try out, because I just feel that it will just push the price higher. Okay, so that's the support that I see at the moment. Dito. Dito does not have a good story today. So I feel that this stock might give us a chance some more right at this level, 2.58, where you previously had your support. Okay, 2.55, there you have it. This one over here, because we saw this support, it might just revisit that. Remember, we broke out, and then we had a retest to confirm the support. Your previous resistance became a support and then moved higher. However, we reached an over bought area, so people took profit, broke the MA20 line over there, and when it breaks, it now will retest your previous support. Now, what happens when it reach here? We have to observe. What we want to ideally see is a green engulfing. So let's say it touches this, ends in a red, and the next day we have a green. So that's when you enter, when you see a confirmation that there is bounce. Okay, but when it touches the 2.55, don't take action yet unless you see that coming out. Now, as for now, I don't feel good with how I'm seeing the last candlestick here. So we might see some more declines, but first it will test this previous resistance and previous support that you have here. And how do I do that? I look to the left, I see consolidation. This could be a previous support, and which is very timely because it was validated here, which was your previous resistance, became a support over here. Actually, this one too. Then it might challenge this and just bounce. But I'm not saying right away that it will do, because in some occasions it gets broken. Therefore, we have to look down again and see where it could possibly drop next. And I'm thinking it's just right here because I saw this. Okay, so 195 and then 1.61. Overall, you're still at a cheap level. The next is JFC. JFC is still holding. Okay, it is still holding, but if this line gets broken, I feel that it'll drop and retest this area once again. Okay, 111. Oh no, I hope it doesn't uh, drop to that level anymore. I'm still holding on to the 135.80 as the nearest support. In case it drops for long-term investors like me in JFC, uh, I hope that happens during a payday so we can add some more. 110, if it breaks 135.80, the next would be 110. Okay, there you have it. Mary Mart. Triggered the lower Bollinger Band, so it's filling the gap now, guys. It is filling the gap. So next area to check out, let's see if it will sustain around the 2.23 level. And let's see, because there was a gap between this price and the next price. So expect for it to touch that. If it jumps or it bounces, good. Otherwise, there's another gap, guys. Take note that it has to fill from this area over here and up to here. So there was a gap. So still, I think this stock is still trying to find its true price, its value. The next one is Meg. Meg here is currently okay. We might also trigger some declines here. Let us see. Oh, okay. Um, on a weekly chart, we were able to cross the MA20 line, and it is now retesting. Okay, it's just confirming the previous resistance, now creating a support at that level. So 2.86, that is, it's 2.86. Okay, over here, that's the first area. It will potentially challenge, create a bounce over there. If it breaks, then that's not a good story because it already started a lower high here. So if it does not respect this, you will have a lower low, and most likely it will drop up to this point, 268. Okay, so I'm still plotting that here because that's your nearest support. If it breaks, that next drop would be 2.68, establishing a lower low this time. And that's those are the basic elements of a downtrend stock. AGI. AGI is still not safe, but there's a support nearby, which is right over here. Actually, it is just right within the area, right at 5.89. So that's the support that we have. Don't get in yet, okay, guys. Wait for confirmation of a bounce. Hopefully, it doesn't break that. Okay. Oh my, it's already a um, third bottom. So looking at this, we have an ascending RSI. Well, it revisited this level. So I think, let's see. This is your third opportunity because this has reached the bottom and it just did some slight bounces here and there. And now it's almost touching that level once again. Okay, for those people who believe in AGI, then this is your opportunity. Start watching it and wait for that perfect timing. And AC is still retracing. It has been on a bull run since March, guys. While the rest are declining, this stock has increased in price, and now people are taking profit. And next possible drop would be the previous resistance, and we might create a support at that level. Previous resistance over here, support, so we might create a support there. Now if that gets broken, it's a different story. We have to uh, confirm, and then next stop would be the next support here. For now, I'm plotting it there. Anyway, you can go ahead and drop a comment again by tomorrow and in the coming days when 703.86 gets broken. DMC, another stock in the property sector, it's triggering the lower Bollinger Band. So we don't like this kind of formation from a constricted Bollinger Band, and now the band is opening as it triggers the lower band. So that means we will be experiencing some more declines, and the next possible support that we see is at the 3.36 level. So if you want to get in, don't get in yet because you can get this at a lower price. When it touches this level, you do check here. Check RSI. If you still have the same pattern where you have an RSI ascending, then you have a bullish divergence, provided it has to go near here first. Okay, so that's our signal. If it touches this level and you have bullish divergence here, then that's an area where it could possibly bounce. All you have to do is wait for a confirmation or a green candlestick forming in this area, and then there you go, you can enter. ICT. As for ICT, another sad outlook here because I feel this going down some more, most likely right at the 89.42 first. Okay, that's the area it'll challenge first. The next drop could be right here, 81.70. Okay, the reason why we have plotted it here is because when we look to the left, there's a consolidation that happened here, previous support here. Okay, so after that, there is a consolidation that happened here, previous resistance, which became a support. And so if we revisit that, that could also mean something there. Ali, Ali, okay, let us see if this support will hold. This is the support that we see right now. Okay, support. It bounced a little bit, but there was an MA20 line over here, so it's not good. That MA20 line was respected, being it a resistance area. Notice what happened here. There was a rejection, and then there was a dip. Now it bounced, but this is a bit. This is not looking good because look at this. It created that lower high when it bounced. So bounced, dropped, which is at the lower range. Okay, so most likely we will have some, if it breaks this line, then most likely it'll drop some more. That means it is following this downtrend range. Okay, so far for now, it's either 32. If it breaks 32, just follow this area. That means if we're not done with the downtrend yet, don't get it because it could drop some more. In fact, it could probably revisit 29.18 level. There you have it, or 29.09. Next would be MBT. MBT, okay, no more, almost nobody. So I'd say this is still establishing that support over here. 1, 2, 3 days straight. And that was also very close here, was touched here, this one too. So you had so many points that could confirm that the area is currently going to be our potential support. 35.85 that is. Next is SMPH. SMPH, okay, just be extra careful because you have your MA20 line at the 31.82 level. So let us see if it will break that. If it will, then that's a good story because you might have some more movements going up. One thing I like about today's performance, even though the body of the candlestick is just too small, the volume has already started to pick up. You are at the 50 level in your RSI. That means there's a sentiment happening there. Previous resistance, if it breaks that. So I'm thinking hopefully if we start higher than MA20, which is let's say 31.82, and then it pushes the price higher, then you will have some more bullish actions in the coming days. We're already halfway from the biggest drop. We started moving higher and we're already halfway before we reach the previous high over here. Next would be SMP, no, Home. Home is also trying to create a doji at this area. So maybe we are going to face a possible bounce soon. Who knows? Okay, so this is the, I'm plotting it here right now. Yeah, there you have it. Let me see our weekly chart. Excuse me. Yeah, that's where your MA20 line is, right? So we might, okay? For now, I'm plotting it at 6.56 as our nearest support. We've reached the bottom. If it drops some more, there just, it could just happen right here and right over here. This one and this one. So those are the key areas. So and then you go back to a daily chart. It's supported by your chart here. So it's just the same. Okay, but looks interesting because today you had 1.63 million on foreign buying. So that's a good one. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have covered these stocks for you, and I really appreciate you guys dropping your comments and requests. Always know that I am prioritizing. I'm reading all your comments. If I do click the heart or the thumbs up, that means I already read and took note of your request. If this is your first time to watch our video, feel free to hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you're always updated every single day. Right? In the meantime, thank you for watching. Bye bye for now.